Good day, everyone. You are welcome to today's edition of Retirement Matters. We are very grateful to God for giving us the opportunity to come your way again today. And we say thank you to all those that are subscribed, those that are following us. We also anticipate your feedback, your comments, and we want to implore you that if what we are sharing benefits you, that you should still share with your colleagues. Today we have come with another topic that we feel that will benefit each and every one of us. We have a topic that says 10 things to consider before choosing a pension fund administrator. 10 things to consider before choosing a pension fund administrator. This is something that we feel that will really help those people that want to commence the journey, to a robust retirement. And for those that, that are in the system that feel that maybe their pension fund administrator is not meeting their expectations and they want to embrace the retirement savings account transfer system, they have opportunity to look at these things. I remain your host, Mr. Chusudo Okonta, the MD CEO, Eastpen Online Limited, and publisher of Eastpen Online. As we have said, we want to highlight the news item that we have today. The first thing that we want to share is what the pension sector regulator, the National Pension Commission, and the pension fund administrators are doing concerning an initiative which is known as Pension Protection Fund. According to the information reaching us, we learned that the industry regulator and the operators, they are working hard to see to the commencement of this initiative. We keep our fingers crossed to as we await the guidelines that will be issued by the regulator on this. Then the second news item that we have has to do with the amount, that that the amount that RSA holders that were out of job after 4 months, the amount that has so far been paid to them. According to information we gathered, we learned that since the inception of the contributory pension scheme, 139.87 billion have been paid to this category of workers, and these people are people that were either dismissed or resigned from the organization and we are not able to secure another job after 4 months. These are just the news items that we'll have to share today. The topic that we are brought today is actually too key. Two is really important because we got to know that most people that are within the pension sector today, most of them, they never had the privilege of choosing the PFA that is actually managing their fund today. Most of them, it was just their organization that brought the PFA and they were just asked to fill form, and that was how they started the journey. And along the line, most of them began to have issue and they were agitation. That agitation led to another initiative that the pension industry regulator, the National Pension Commission, came up with recently, which is the retirement savings account transfer system, which gives opportunity for contributors to move their fund from one PFA to another. And this initiative is popularly known as the a pension transfer window. Why people are transferring their funds. From investigation, we've gathered that people are just moving because when they see that their friends move, they will move. But in order to guide them properly, that was why we have actually brought up this topic today, because it will not be proper for you to be jumping from one PFA to another. Before you move, if you felt that maybe the first time you started you made mistake, or maybe your employer was the one that chose the PFA for you, and now that you have opportunity to choose your PFA, you don't just have to move because your friend has moved to a PFA. You just want to follow, because if you didn't follow the process, you didn't do what you're supposed to do your background check, you may observe that the problem that you are running from in PFA A, you may meet it in the new PFA that you have embraced. And that is why this topic is really very important, that before you choose a new PFA, you have to consider these few things that we are bringing on board today. The first thing that we want to highlight, among the 10 things that you have to consider before choosing a PFA, the first thing is that you have to look at the board and the management structure of the PFA that you want to choose, for those that are just starting the journey, and for those that want to transfer their fund. You must look at the structure of the organization, the board. Look at the people that are on board of that organization. Look at the management. Are they people of integrity? Where have they worked before? You have to profile them to know what they have done in the past. Another thing that you have to consider while looking at the board management, you still have to look at the investors, that are running that organization. This is very key, because we have had instances where most especially foreign investors will just come into an organization, put money there, and once they feel that what they are looking for, that they've been able to recoup and make some interest, you just see them divest. They will now sell the organization to another organization, and as they begin to change their investment, and that is how the government, the management of that organization will be changing, and oftentimes that can lead to problems. Somebody that you just feel that this person, with this person, I know that this person is somebody of integrity, can actually hold my firm very well. When a new investor comes, they may decide to bring in their people, and that may affect the operation of that organization. All these things are very key. Look at the board, look at the management, look at the investors, people that have invested in that organization. Most especially now that the pension fund administrators are sourcing funds, for them to meet the 5 billion recapitalization threshold that was given by the regulator. Before you transfer your money, or you that just want to start contributing, you have to do this background check. It's very, very necessary you do it. Then the second thing that you have to look at is you look at the capital base of the organization. This is really necessary, because organization that has huge fund will have money to play with. They can always take risks. They can invest in places that will yield more return for them. But those that that their capital, their money is not that much, you can't compare them with those that have huge fund. You have to look at the capital base, the capital structure of where you want to move your fund to, or where you want to stick to, is very, very necessary. And there are still some that have, maybe their capital may not be as big as those bigger ones, but their approach to investment, how they structure their fund, you just have to do this background check. It's really key. Another thing that you have to look at again is their financial performance. Look at their returns. Now, when the pension sector regulator came up with the RSA transfer system, they decided to be publishing the returns that each PFA makes. You can go to the website of PenCom to look at the returns, and even the organizations go to their website too to look at the returns that they are making. Because these returns, that is what will actually grow your fund. Organization that is making huge returns, it will impact your fund that is with them there. That you have to look at their financial performance. You have to look at their fund. Another thing that is very key, which is the fourth thing, you have to go to their annual account. Look at whether they are actually incurring fines. Look at whether they're incurring fines, most especially fines from their regulator, the National Insurance, that is National Pension Commission. Most of them, they are not listed, in the Nigeria Stock Exchange, because that is another place that most organizations, incur fines. But for those that are, since most of them are privately owned, look at their accounts to ascertain whether they are being, fined by their regulator. Organization that is paying fine, that fine is their capital. It means that they are not playing according to the stipulated rule. Look at whether they are paying fines. It will still help you before you move, or before you join them. Another key thing that you have to look at is, which is the fifth thing, their client relationship. What is their relationship like? How do they manage their clients? Are their clients complaining? The people that are with them, are they looking for where to go to, while you are trying to come in there? You have to, look at this too. Look at their clients relationship, how they relate with their clients, their customers. Look at whether their customers are happy with them. Look at whether they are complaining. You have to check all these things before you now take them as your PFA, or you transfer your fund to them. Another a good thing that you have to, look at is their information technology deployment. Do they have robust IT? Because the world, everything is becoming digital now. It's not that maybe you just have an issue, they will tell you, come to our office, come and do the things that you would have, solved by just clicking on your phone and even your iPad. You resolve the issue, but they want you to just come to their office. You need to look at the IT that they deploy. Do they have app that they use in reaching out to their people? Can people actually interact with them online? All these things are very key, before you embrace a PFA. Another thing that you have to look at is their branch network. Though IT is there, but there are some things that you cannot do, without coming to, the organization, like the biometrics registration that they are doing now. You just have to be there for them to capture your biometrics. You have to look at their branch network. Where you are, do they have do they have their presence there? Do you have to travel a long journey before you meet with the PFA you want to go to? Oh, this one is very, very key. Look at the proximity of their branch network. Is still very, very key while you are considering to either start contributing through a PFA, or you want to transfer your money to them. Then the eighth thing that you have to consider, you look at incentives. Because most PFAs now are looking at incentive. They are looking at how to actually, encourage their clients. Look at what they have on the table. What do they give? What are the incentives that they have, even for contributors and for retirees. Some people have even moved that PFA should introduce health insurance for retirees. These are the things you have to consider, before you choose a PFA. Then the ninth thing is visibility. How visible is this organization that you want to move your fund to? Are they really visible? In terms of awareness creation, which effort are they making? Sorry, to reach out, to the public, to let the public know what they are doing. It's very key. You don't just go and hide your money in an organization that is in obscurity, that people don't know what they are doing. You have to look at how visible is that organization. People, what are they doing? Are they in the news? Are they in the news for good things? What are they doing? Are they actually advertising? Are they calling out for people? Are they people testifying about them? Even if they are maybe in their news, when the articles are published, check the comments, that people are making about them. Do they have people reporting good things concerning them? The visibility is very key. you too. If your money is in the light, it will attract, more money. Don't just put your money in the dark. Then the 10th thing that we want to highlight today is the issue of social responsibility. you know it is expected that a very good organization should be able to give back to the society. Look at how social responsible is this organization. What are they doing? Which impact are they making in the society? How are they impacting lives? Yeah, I know you'll be happy if your organization, you see, you hear about the organization, what they are doing. They are helping those that maybe have health issues. They are supporting schools. They are supporting orphanage. You too will be happy that at least your money, is impacting life. You'll be happy. You have to consider, how social responsible this organization is. These are the 10 things that you will feel that every wise individual that want to embrace the PFA, either through contributing or transferring your fund, that you have to put into consideration. Once more, we thank you for giving us your attention today. We are still very open in case you want to reach us. Our email still remains ispenonline@gmail.com. Then our numbers are 08054269557, then 07033253527, and you can as well reach us